I'm Liz Bernier with HRPA, and this is HR Today. I'm here with Tim Caulfield. He just presented a session, Is Gwyneth Paltrow Wrong About Everything? So great session name, I have to say, first of all. So you're an expert on debunking health myths, right?
That's right, and particularly the stuff that comes from pop culture. Yeah, exactly. And it seems it's a hot topic right now because there's so much nonsense out there, from detoxes to homeopathy to Gwyneth and her vagina steam. Did you hear about that?
No.
So, yeah, and also it's even how people interpret science. Science gets twisted a lot. Facts get twisted a lot, and I think it's a topic that it's really important.
That's great, yeah. So what's the impact you see that playing on the workplace and employees when they're reading these things or watching TV and taking it to heart?
Well, it's interesting because, I've been speaking on this and writing on this for a long time, and a lot of people think that it doesn't impact them. So you get this response, people will go, yeah, this is a big problem, but it affects my stupid neighbor, not me, not me. But we know that's not the case because you can actually look at the impact that celebrities have. You can actually measure it. It's incredible how powerful. Like, think of Angelina Jolie and the Jolie effect. When she wrote those articles about her decision to get genetic testing and have prophylactic surgery in order to avoid cancer, that had a huge impact on the utilization of those two, of genetic testing and prophylactic surgery. I mean, think about that. There's this really tough, important decision being impacted by celebrity culture. And there's a ton of other examples around weight loss and why people exercise. And in general, I think that the impact is not good, unfortunately.
How does that negatively impact employers and businesses?
Well, I think it can really impact how businesses think about healthiness and what they should concentrate on. I think that, and I've seen this unfortunately, some of these wellness programs will adopt stuff that doesn't have a lot of evidence behind it and is more of a trend or a fad, right? When I really think, and this is something I argued for in my talk and I argue for it in my writing, is that we should focus on the basics, right? We should focus on the science-informed basics, the stuff that can really have an impact on people's health and wellness.
So what does a well-designed wellness program look like to you?
Oh, so that's a tough question, right? I can go debunk stuff, but so look, I really think it is about the basics, as I said, avoiding smoking. Let's talk about the stuff that we should avoid, right? And without a doubt, smoking. If you smoke, nothing else matters. I mean that. It's like that important. If you smoke, nothing else matters. So, giving employees the opportunity to quit, I think, that would probably have one of the biggest impacts on health that you can name. Secondly, it's obvious. Told you it was an obvious way forward. It's exercise. But I think the way that we can make corporations more healthy, workplaces more healthy is, being innovative. Think about, have you heard about walking meetings, those kinds of things?
Okay.
Yeah, and standing desks. I have one. Just giving people the opportunity to be even a little bit more active throughout the day can have a real impact. And then perhaps providing them with an opportunity to get some real exercise. The third thing, so don't smoke, you exercise, you eat real food. And this is where I think sometimes you see people falling down on what they should be pushing or making things more complicated than they ought to be, where they push organic or GMO, or they have juicing. You've heard about juicing?
Oh, yes. Yep.
No evidence, no evidence, no evidence.
Okay.
There's no evidence to support that. Give people real food, fruits and vegetables, whole grains, healthy protein, and avoid all those complicating ideas like, juicing. And then prevention, you want to have people get vaccinated, have good, flu vaccine stuff. And then, one of my favorite ones is sleep. And I think workplace can play a really important role in here. I think emphasizing the importance of sleep. We live in a culture that de-emphasizes it. You're tough if you don't sleep. I can get by on 3. Yeah, it's like, that's not true. Sleep is so important to your health.
Okay, great. So small changes, big impacts, evidence-based wellness programs.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Good summary.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with us.
Okay, thank you.
Great, and I'm Liz Bernier with HR Today. Thanks for watching.